Is it possible that one of the main things that distinguishes humanity from other species is our ability to actually hate our own species? Are there octopuses who regard every other octopoda with disgust? Are there elephants who disdain the rest of their herds out of avarice? Individual corvids who think that their flocks are full of shit? I went for years regarding myself chiefly as a misanthrope. That was because I was pissed off with the entire human race for having the temerity for not sharing my exact views on how things should and shouldn't be. When I started reading pessimist literature, that actually started blunting. Really, my issue is my own social anxiety and feelings of inadequacy that I want to impotently tack out on everyone else. I won't pretend that I don't still feel like that, but I do realise how stupid it is. Schopenhauer was a streak of shit himself, but he knew what he was on about when he wrote that everyone should refer to each other as fellow sufferer. A bit of mutual understanding and appreciation of each other's pains and privations would do us all a lot of good. Conventionally, that's called empathy. Of course, it's impossible for someone to empathise with every other person in the world, and there's loads of people I wouldn't want to empathise with, the whole of the ruling class for example. I realise that they have their own sufferings and miseries, and my only regret is it doesn't drive the entire filthy layer of parasites to suicide. I hate our species because I hate our inability to create optimal societies in which we can get at least by without being imposed on by hunger or homelessness or other material anxieties. It's perfectly within our purview to do so, but we just don't. But the thing about that is, it means I don't really hate humanity. I hate what our worst and dismalists are doing to us. And it's frustrating that there's nothing we can do about it. Revolutions don't work, protests don't work, articles in the media don't work, nothing does. We're stuck in this horrible shit that doesn't have to exist but does because a few self-indulgent pricks want yachts. You know that song by Flipper called Ever, where the lyrics go,
"Ever wish the human race didn't exist? Then realize you're one too."
That's pretty much how I feel when I see the usual misanthropy expressed online and elsewhere. What I call popular misanthropy, the kind of thing where people go, what's wrong with people, when they're pissed off with whatever it is they're pissed off with. Usually it's about environmental stuff. People love to say how humanity is a cancer on the world, how horrible we are for exploiting natural resources and animals, how much better off the world would be if we didn't exist. What a load of self-righteous malarkey. Yeah, the world would really be a paradise once we're extinct, like it's been for billions of years before we evolved, with all those ice ages and oxidisation events and mass extinctions and nature red in tooth and claw and all the rest of it. It takes a really complacent and ignorant mind to imagine that we humans are the worst thing to ever happen to the rest of the world, as if we're somehow not from it, made by it, and as if we're not victims of it as well. The animal lovers are the worst though. Not all of them, of course. I mean the shrill, shout it from the rooftop types. Because they actually think they are better than the rest of us because of their diets and t-shirts and social media accounts. They're not mere misanthropes, they're elitists who look down on everyone else. The kind of people who would save a dog instead of a baby human from a house fire, brag about it on Facebook and get loads of likes from loads of other smarmy wankers. A lot of antinatalists are like that now too these days. People who think that they're better than ambos or nurses or fireys or teachers or carers or loads of other people who every day do things that actually make life better simply because the ambos etc. have kids, or at least don't care if other people have kids. It takes a special kind of self-delusion to think that you're actually a better, more caring person than everyone else in the world by virtue of holding an opinion. Of course, there are also the natural misanthropes, usually more correctly called narcissists, who regard the rest of us as, at best, nothing at all, and at worst as personal resources. People who, for whatever psychological reasons, just have to use other people and don't feel a single thing wrong about it. I have no idea what to do about such people, but I wish I did, because it's invariably those types who lie and cheat and grease their way to the tops of our social shit heaps to wreak havoc on the rest of us. And you've got to wonder about the dead-set racists who feel that their own race is better than everyone else. That really strikes me as personal projecting. After all, such bigots usually hate what they call race traitors more than the other races they're supposed to hate. Why do we hate each other so much? I suppose it's evolutionary. I've read stuff about how people can only accommodate so many other people in their own personal conceptions of who's acceptable. And I realise it's impossible to really legitimately feel anything for the entirety of the human race other than a very vague conceptual notion. I don't want to dismiss the better side of humanity. I've experienced it enough myself, and I've seen numerous examples of it. It would just be silly to pretend that we're all just loathsome creatures hell-bent on eating each other. But the question is begged, why aren't our better qualities our leading social qualities? How is it that for millennia, right up to now, we've had societies based on ruthless and violent stratification? How do we explain the gender disparity of men dominating women for so long? Why the hell is it that even after 2 world wars and a century of revolutions, we still spend the lion's share of our economies on weapons and warfare? It really does seem that the better qualities we do have are overridden by our worst, even in supposedly ostensibly stable and harmonious societies. As long as there's one rape, one bashing or any other atrocity, we don't have peace. But sadly and sickly, there's much, much more than just one of those every effing day, and it's obvious there's no solution to this, that this is the parlous state of our tragic species until the last one of us expires.